Life sometimes come at you fast. Tragedies make your life unravel. You feel like you wanna give up and stay knocked down. Even when your heart is shattered, you still got a life to live. You still got a life to live, so don't give up. We are beautiful miracles. We are beautiful miracles. We are beautiful miracles, so don't give up. We are beautiful miracles. We are beautiful miracles. We are beautiful miracles, so don't give up.
When I first had my son, you look at them and you love them and you just are just enamored by them, and you think to yourself, oh, I just can't imagine what I would ever do without you. But I just think the truth of the matter is that I don't think people really think about the possibility of their child dying. I know I didn't. And when our 7-year-old son, Jackson, was dying and we had to tell our 3-year-old, that was probably the second hardest thing I've ever had to do. After being told that there was nothing they could do for our son, having to tell our other son was one of the worst experiences of my life. He seemed to understand as much as he possibly could at his age, but statistics actually say that kids don't understand the permanence of death just developmentally until they're at least 4.5. Ivan learned something early in life, and that will always break my heart. He knows that children die sometimes. And, when we go to the playground, he tells other kids about his brother, and I don't shush him. I let him say it. Thank you doesn't begin to adequately describe how grateful I am to you for walking into the fire with us. You did not have to, but you did, and it means more than you will ever know. Thank you for being willing to sit with me in my pain. Having your child die is the most excruciating, constant pain that a parent can ever experience. Your mind literally cannot comprehend this horrendous pain. It will play tricks on you and make you believe that it didn't really happen, or you won't remember huge chunks of time, but really, that's your brain trying to protect you from every parent's worst nightmare. Thank you for bringing us food, for doing our laundry, taking our trash out, and any other mundane household task that is too much to think about when your precious child has died, and you have to somehow figure out how to pick up the pieces after your heart was blown to smithereens. It's very understandable that you would want to do anything you could to help relieve some of this pain, because it is incredibly painful to watch someone in the kind of agony that we are in, but nothing could make it better, and all of your efforts were appreciated. Any kind of loss applies to the things that I'm saying. Nothing fixes it, but, being aware of actually how grief can affect your brain, it can help us to understand it, and it can help us to take better care of ourselves if we know that actually it can change your biochemistry. Child loss is a marathon, not a sprint. And it's something that we have to live with for the rest of our lives. And, when you can understand what it has done to us and how we can take care of ourselves, it can really help us through this journey. Megan Devine, who is an expert in the field of grief and loss, said in her book, It's Okay That You're Not Okay, we often think that grief is primarily emotional, but grief is a full body, full mind experience. It can change your biochemistry. It can cause changes to your appetite, digestion, sleep, breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. It can cause confusion, memory loss, short attention span, and those changes can last for years, and that is perfectly normal. I talk about pretty difficult subjects in this podcast, and I really don't want to shy away from speaking my truth. And my truth is right now I'm struggling. The holiday season is especially difficult for grieving people, especially grieving parents. Christmas is a child-focused holiday. And really the spotlight is laser focused on happiness and family and togetherness and sometimes that's just not really how it is for everybody. And if it is that way for you, then that's wonderful. But unfortunately, it isn't that way for us anymore. I always used to really like the holidays. It's okay not to be okay. Megan Devine wrote a book called It's Okay That You're Not Okay. And honestly, just reading that title makes me take a sigh of relief, because is it really okay not to be okay? It's almost like we need permission given to us. And just think about it. When you greet someone, what do you say? How are you? I'm good. I'm great. But are you really? How do people react when you say, I'm not okay? People get nervous and they want us to be okay, but the truth is a lot of us are not okay at all. We're being held together by a piece of tape. The truth is, I haven't been doing okay. My son died and I have to keep living without him. And the pain is indescribable. I've learned to give myself permission to not be okay. Some days when you ask, I'll say I am okay. And sometimes the best I might be able to say is that I'm here. I certainly don't have it all figured out. I'm wading my way through life myself and hoping that I can say something that, encourages you to keep putting one foot in front of the other. So, thank you.
We are beautiful mirrors.